What's going on, Port fans? Welcome back to another video on my channel. And today we're going to review round 15, Port Adelaide versus the Western Bulldogs. A dreadful night at the Adelaide Oval for not only the conditions that we all sat in, but also the fact that Port Adelaide put in another quite disappointing performance. You can't describe it much more than that. So let's get straight into this review and see how it panned out. It happened again, Port fans. It happened again. We decided not to turn up, lose to a bottom place team, lose a game that we should have won, and yeah, it just happens every week now, doesn't it? It's just simply, one week we're going to be on, we'll beat Geelong, the best team in the league, and then next minute we're going to lose to the Bulldogs, who aren't going to play finals. They're actually quite an average team, but they brought the pressure last night. They bet us at the contest, won the tackle count by 32. They were relentless around the footy, and in conditions like we had, where it was cold, wet, windy, it was pouring with rain, I had to sit through it. My face is still cold. And 25,000 Port fans turned up to watch that crap. It's a credit to those fans that did turn up in those conditions. They are the true fans. And I don't blame you if you didn't turn up, okay? You're still, you're a quality member of the Port Adelaide community. I don't blame anyone that didn't turn up last night. I actually said to my dad halfway through the game, I was like, I wish I didn't turn up tonight. It was that bad of conditions. And to watch that type of performance made the night a whole lot worse. And I think full credit has to go to the Bulldogs. They put us under the pump straight away. They were relentless. As I said, the tackle count was 32 more higher. We won the inside 50s by more than 20, which showed we were getting the footy, we were getting it down there, we were winning it. But we weren't working hard enough. And it was that type of performance where we just got the footy, bombed it long, hoped Dixon would either take a mark, create a contest, and our small forwards would run into it. But there was no one on the ground. I don't know exactly what the thought process was for the game last night. It blows my mind the fact that continually week after week we have to go to a game and watch that type of performance. I get we're a young side. I get we're going to be up and down, but we shouldn't be up and down week to week. That's not how it works. I get if you have a 4-week period where you play fantastic footy, you're bound to drop one or two. I can understand that. But if you're week to week, you can't get up to play a game of footy, then something's up here. And a lot of people say it's the players. Yes, I'm one of those. I'll blame the players for a few things. I don't like to get angry at them. I don't think it's all their fault. But it's also self-preparation to motivate yourself to get up week to week. Oh, look, I play footy. Most of you play footy. Sometimes you just go into a game where you don't feel like doing it. And that's us playing amateur footy. That's fine. That's an indictment on ourselves to get up and try and play the best we can for the team. Because no matter who you play for, you're still representing that football club to play in a league where you're trying to be the best you can. And that's the same with Port Adelaide. We're in the National League. And we have to put up with performances like that and say, yeah, no, we're still a chance to play finals. We're still good. We've got a young list. We'll be fine. Ken Hinkley has to... I don't know what he has to do. Well, most of you will probably say, hey, Ken Hinkley has to leave. Yeah. Look, it's getting to that stage, but at the moment, it's also a two-way deal, two-way street. And the players have to be able to stand up and say, listen, this is not what we represent. This is not how we play Port Adelaide footy. I don't care who we're playing week to week. We stand up and we play the best we can. I don't think anyone, or bar a couple, last night's performance, no one can actually put their hand on their heart and say, we played at our absolute best. I don't know if it's the conditions. We can't play wet weather footy. We don't have a game plan for wet weather footy. We simply just, bomb long, go to Dixon. The small percentages the Western Bulldogs were playing last night, they were socking off the ground, getting the ball forward, hunting in numbers. We weren't doing that. We were bombing it long, hoping for the best. Blind kicks down the line. When you are in a position like we were last night to solidify a top 8 opportunity, we had a golden chance last night. And we blew it. Blew it. Blew up right in our faces. Why? Because we weren't there mentally. I simply can't put a finger on it how this happens so often. And I don't usually get angry. Actually, I do actually. You should see me at games. I slam seats apparently, as opposed to last night. But when you're dealing with being -5 and you have to watch that, you can bash a seat or two. I'm surprised the security guard didn't come up to me and say, "Hey mate, it's time to go. You've had enough." Even though I didn't drink, felt like it. And there was some performances last night that actually were pretty good. Hamish Hartlett, the leader of leaders, 29 disposals. He stood up when we needed him. Travis Boak, he put his name in the best player bracket. Just copy and paste it every week. He's going to do it. Probably wasn't top best, but his willingness, his hard work, the way he leads from the front with his performance is just phenomenal to watch. And, certain leaders of our football club at the moment that are captains or, they're elder statesmen, that they're now standing up and delivering what the likes of Boak, Hamish Hartlett, Tom Cleary, Scott Lysette was even great last night. The midfield was shocking. Ollie Wines, man, was not at his peak. And he is actually not bad last week against Geelong. I thought, well, he's come back, he's playing well. But that was piss poor, mate. Piss poor. As a captain, you're going to cop a lot of shit. And look, I love Ollie. I think he's, he was bound to be captain of this football club. But based on a performance last night, that's not good enough. And he's going to have to stand up. You can't criticise, the lack of effort from the youngsters. I thought they were actually, Rosie was a bit quiet, Dersman was a bit quiet, but I think that was probably their worst performance as a collective all night. Bartis' effort and endeavour on the footy was actually pretty good in those conditions, but you'd think with such a small body frame he'd thrive in those types of conditions. Unfortunately, he didn't. I can't say too much. You can't base and judge the performance. We just didn't play well with the footy. We didn't stand up when we needed to, and we blew a golden opportunity. And unfortunately, the Bulldogs outrun us, outplayed us. And I think the worst part as a football club and being as a fan is the fact that, what hurts more is the fact that we expected it. We expect, as a collective, we expected to lose. And something needs to change, and we've been calling it forever now. It needs to happen. There you have it, Port fans. That is a review of round 15. Not much else to say. We got the showdown next week, so it's a big game. We'll probably win it because we stand up in games we shouldn't win. So look forward to that nonetheless. It's going to be a big week, and hopefully we get the job done. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Anthony, and as always, cut the pair.